Welcome to the birthplace of college football. The State University of New Jersey, the campus of Rutgers and Piscataway, and we are ready for what ought to be a tremendous game today. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? And the Scarlet Knights will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
I know it's sexy to they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He uncorks one deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, but the defense was ready for that one.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Going up top on first down. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
How many ways can I make you think, right? First drive, out the gates, get it to my playmaker, going full speed across the formation with a touch pass. You better be able to adjust to it. Then when you adjust to it, I'm going to have an adjustment to your adjustment because I'm always right. I'm an offensive guy.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And listen, I'm just trying to find a way to be positive down here, have positive gains, not run, QB sneaks and halfback dives, get the football on the perimeter, somebody with some speed, and maybe catch.
And it's a touchdown.
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting past to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And he makes the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bringing it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So Rutgers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful, David. I like these guys, too, because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to pass, it's strong. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Scarlet Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets a block. Into the end zone for a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Short gain on the play before he slides. And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The play-action fake. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Yeah, 4th and inches, midfield. Go ahead. Go for it. I love the play call by the head coach. Trust your offensive line to get some movement up front. Let's keep this drive going.
The throw. He's got an open man. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass for the next snap.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Makes the catch and gets the score.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. From the gun, running back gets to give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Makes his connection. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. Trying to find his man on first down. Pulls it in. At midfield, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the thing.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. He wants to throw. Using his feet to buy time. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking to move it through the air. Forced out of the pocket. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to throw. It's strong. Lets it fly deep downfield. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5. Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Rivers. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Here's the handoff. Can't get him to the ground.
This running back just doesn't go down easily. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him and just, you know what, let his talent do the rest.
Snagged in the middle. It's Black. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. After the missed connection, it's second down. Going with the ground game left. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking downfield, it's Strong. Throws to the tight end. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish and take care of the football. Make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
On the move from inside his 5. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. Looking for a productive play on first down. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. Now facing a 3rd and long. Fires to the big fella. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Receiver on the move, gets the touch pass. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. On second down, wants to throw it. Turns and fires a risky pass back to the right. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. The give to the tailback. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Dropping back, it's Strong. Finds a spot in the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. They keep attacking through the air. Scrambling away. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, great job there by the defense, because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. It's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Scarlet Knights are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Skips away from pressure. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops.
Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rutgers. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that one. Nice job.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, big-time playmakers make big plays in big games. That guy needed to make that interception at this critical juncture of the game. There's still time for them to go out and win it. Could that be the play that sparks this team?
Finds his big tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
To the air, it's strong. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Scarlet Knights moving quickly to the line.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket. And that time, he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the first down.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Trying to take it back. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Now facing a 2nd and 10 from the 28 after that last incompletion. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. A jet sweep pass. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. back to the air one more time. And he makes the catch inside the 10. Into the end zone for a touchdown to ratchet up the pressure late in this game.
Salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking to throw. It's Strong. Fires left. He makes a catch. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. To the air on first down. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. After misfiring, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. He's got it on the run. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Got it! And it's a touchdown in the dying moments of the game.
And how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Offense set on first down. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Rivers. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. To the air, it's Strong. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. The incompletion brings up a second down.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing, to the definition of a trap game. Trap